Howdy, and welcome back to the Texas Bucket List. You know, there's nothing like the beauty of the Texas Gulf Coast, but every once in a while when you hit the beach, you need to find a little bit of space. Fortunately, over near Port Aransas, we found a little island that's very tough to get to, making it a very serene stop. There's nothing like summer down on the Gulf Coast. Port Aransas welcomes Texans with open arms each and every year, especially after being dealt a heavy hit by Hurricane Harvey. Businesses are back, and the restaurants and bars of the beautiful island are prepared for those long days of summer. But there's one place that didn't require any rebuilding because it's been the same for a few thousand years.
These little strips of sand up and down the Texas coast are new, geologically speaking. Makes me feel young by comparison.
Rick Pratt has lived in Port A since the mid-70s.
I came here 40 years ago, and therefore I'm not allowed to call myself an islander.
But he has a special place in his heart for a desolate island known in these parts as San Jose.
It's amazing when you can look up and down the beach and see 10, 15 people maybe.
And that's a busy day.
Originally called St. Joseph Island by Irish immigrants, you'll hear this long piece of serene Texas beach referred to by both names.
The old timers call it St. Joseph.
Most of them do. St. Joseph or just St. Joe.
Sounds a little more tropical. I like that better.
Yeah, it does.
Take your pick.
And we're a bilingual culture down here.
The barrier island was bought by Sid Richardson in the 1930s, so technically the island itself is private. But the beaches, they belong to Texans.
In Texas, everything up to mean high tide is public land.
So people come to explore the island every day. And the only way to get here, ferry ride from Port A.
For people coming out here to San Jose Island, what are they looking for?
Solitude. It's an abandoned island. There's only one house on the island.
There's no cars, no stores, and no restaurants. Just a walkway from the pier, leading you to the 21 miles of beach that anybody can traverse.
But the best thing to do here is to turn off your phone or leave it at home. Now you are alone on a desert island. That's an experience you can't get anywhere else.
Usually hundreds of yards separate the beachgoers brave enough to head to a place where you literally need to bring everything you can think of with you. But the peaceful pace of having a beachfront all to yourself makes it worth it.
My favorite part of this island, St. Joseph, San Jose, is that it is still pristine ecologically. So if we want to see what our island should look like biologically, come over here.
I love it. It's fabulous to see someplace that is truly wild and native.
Cameron Pratt is Rick's wife and an ecologist.
This whole island is full of life, no matter where you look.
She gets a kick out of the things on the beach that most people don't really realize.
If you look at this seaweed, particularly when it's fresh, you see it's full of life. It's a whole community of its own. This is called sargassum weed, and it comes from the Sargasso Sea, which is south of the islands of Bermuda out in the Atlantic Ocean. And it comes all the way from the Sargasso Sea through the Yucatan Straits into the Gulf of Mexico and eventually lands on our beach.
Once you get an understanding of just how unique this place is, it really sinks in how special San Jose is to Southeast Texas.
What's your favorite part? I mean, when you come here, what are you normally doing?
Nothing.
So if you're looking to soak up the Texas sun and see what the surf looked like when LaSalle sailed the Gulf, a stop at San Jose Island is well worth a stop on the Texas bucket list.
The ocean has such a strong attraction, I think, to all of us. The fact that these little islands were alone against the sea and had to fight to survive gives it a certain vibrancy that's undeniable. You can feel it when you walk on the beach. When you read the history, it's always right there in front of you. These people had to work hard and be very self-sufficient to live here, and that's a wonderful heritage.